I want to read something right here.
Okay.
So this is the Pima County Sheriff's detailed into report for case number 230518020. Nature is threats. Location Green Valley Beat 1. Officers responding are Cesar Gonzalez, um, James Iverson, and Detective Chris Pozo from Pima County Sheriff's Department. This position was closed at 5:23:23 when reported 5:09 in the morning on 5/18, and occurred between 5:05 to 5:05 in the morning. Um, Initial case dictated by C.A. Gonzalez, badge number 8386, Unit 336 en route, Unit 438 en route, Unit 542 en route. Supplemental narrative by Deputy Iverson, badge number 1352. On 5/18, I responded to blanked out address. I met with Richard Ralston, which is the uncle that I had an argument with. He advised that Aaron has not lived at this address. He knew that Aaron and his wife and son lived in a address in Tucson. Richard knew of no threats. I provided 2 potential addresses for Detective Williams. Also, Deputy Pozo located a YouTube channel showing Blue Collar Vet 2759 associated with Ralston. He is apparently having an online dispute with another person who resides in Montana. Supplemental narrative, initial case by C.A. Gonzalez on 5/18/23 at 19:04 hours. Person of interest is Aaron Ralston. The narrative on 5/18/23 at approximately 5:09 hours, which is 5 o'clock and 5:09 in the morning, I responded to blank address, ASARCO mine, in reference to threat. The call text indicated an anonymous tip from 88 Crime at 0440 hours, which is 4:40 in the morning. The tipper overheard Aaron Christopher Ralston said that he is tired of being mistreated and made threats to shoot coworkers. Now, we all know that's a fucking lie. I have never once made any kind of threat or anything like that. Ever. The complainant confirmed that. The complainant confirmed with ASARCO security that Aaron Ralston is an employee of theirs. The complainant also had an email regarding this incident. I made telephone contact with the complainant, Detective Pacheco, 0500 hours today from 88 Crime, stating an employee of the ASARCO mine was upset and he made threats to shoot his coworkers due to being mistreated and disrespected. Now, all of you know that I have never made any of these threats at all.
Yeah, it's...
The employee, Aaron Ralston, is a welder at ASARCO mine and was confirmed by ASARCO security. ASARCO security was notified of the incident by Detective Pacheco. Detective Pacheco provided me with the email 88 Crime that he had prior to ending our conversation. I texted Detective Pacheco with my name, badge, and number, and the case number. Upon arrival, I spoke with security supervisor in the security office at the entrance to the mine. I asked them if they were aware of this situation, yada, yada, yada. I asked him when was the last time Aaron had worked, to which he stated he was not sure, but that Aaron is currently working late swing shifts, 1,800 to 600 hours, and they have rotating shifts. Blank also informed me that Aaron's supervisor, Blank, was on his way to speak with us. While waiting for Blank to arrive, I asked Adam about his interactions with Aaron. He stated that he has had good interactions with Aaron and appeared to be surprised in regard to the incident. Blank also informed me that all of security had been notified. I asked Blank if weapons were allowed at the workplace, to which he stated they are not allowed on property. He also informed that they conduct bag checks of employees. Aaron's supervisor, Blank, arrived shortly after. I informed Blank of the incident. He thanked me for responding. I asked Blank when was the last time Aaron worked, to which he stated Aaron had picked up an extra shift on Tuesday, 5/6/23 from 1,800 to 600 hours. I asked Blank if Aaron had ever made any threats, to which he stated no. I asked Blank if Aaron has any problems with anyone at work. He informed me that he last spoke with Aaron last Friday, 5/12/23, regarding Aaron having missed a day and obtaining a point, because we go off of a point system. So he explained to me that Aaron is a hard worker. Everyone likes him because he helps out everyone and picks up extra shifts. Philip stated that during his brief interaction with Aaron that he was in a good mood. During this time, I provided security supervisor blank with my name, blah, blah, blah. Safety supervisor at the mine blank was arrived and was notified. Note, all parties I spoke with were done inside a closed room, inside a security office room, and only ASARCO supervisors from the different departments were notified. They were also notified that the information was from an anonymous tip and that could or could have not made those threats. I asked them if they had any questions. They all stated no. This is the thing. It says note right here at the bottom of page 6 of 8. It says, note, the threats to shoot coworkers doing to be mistreated and disrespected were overheard multiple times while following YouTube channels from the anonymous crime tip line at 4:35 hours today. So, one, I have never, ever, 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 ever threatened anything like that online, and that was made at 4:35 that morning on the 18th of May when all this happened. And then there's
well, they never showed any proof or anything. They should have if they're gonna assume that, then they have to have proof. But here's the thing, bro. Investigations could be carried out, things could be done, but all it is that if somebody says something, they investigate it. That's all it is, and they investigated you and found out that you weren't held liable of any of this bullshit, but they still have to investigate it and follow up and make sure, and that's all it is. It's like the people that done this shit, bro, the people that have done this shit, they've won nothing. They've proved nothing. No,
absolutely not. And this and the funny thing is this is just the initial incident report, right, for what had happened. So for anybody that says that my job really wasn't swatted and it was all fake, well, this proves that it's all bullshit, that it actually did happen.
Yep.
Now, the funny thing about this is I have this, and what you said is right. It's just an investigation. They've come to their conclusion. It's documented.
Yes.
Now, when you go through Dubb's live, and you see people like Gimmicks Calls the Cops, Eyes Wide Open, the fake blue collar account, things like this that are openly admitting to being a part of this. This is where initial evidence starts coming into play.
Yep.
This is where initial evidence starts coming into play. So people like Diddy and Dubb and all these people that obviously interact with these channels, this is where you're going to start inserting yourself into problems that you don't want to have. Because this is where things start to escalate, right? And all it takes is me to want to pursue this and be like, well, here's this. Here's a legit. What's the date today?
Well,
the date today?
Blue,
Well, hold on. The date today is the 13th. I can sit here and say this morning, before 7 o'clock in the morning, on the 13th of June, this channel that was made a month ago, Gimmicks Calls the Cops, is admitting to funding and supporting and being a part of these people who are harassing and commenting and doing this stuff with my job. And you have Eyes Wide Open making these videos. So this is like where it starts to escalate. People will start looking into where these
well, not even that, bro. You have mounds and mounds of evidence. If you ever needed any one of Dubb's lives, I have them all of them. If anything, you could spend a night and gather up an hour or two worth of clips from those lives to justify your points and show that you've had multiple threats, this. It's all documented.
And to be honest with you, it's not even Dubb. It's not even really Dubb. It's these fucking fake-ass accounts, right? So at the end of the day, if I want to nail this person to the fucking wall, all I have to do is...
See, Blue, that's where you're wrong. It is Dubb because Dubb is harboring this stuff in his chats. He's letting it go. So he's just as accountable, okay? When people come in there asking for my information and he...
just as much a part of the problem, which is why I said, like, yo, bro, you entertain these guys. These guys are sending you emails. These guys are actively reaching out to you. So in order for, if I want to pursue this with already having a police report documented on this stuff, and with my job being swatted and all these things, if I want to pursue this and really push the issue, if you think that certain people don't end up getting involved and they're going to find out who's behind all these things, if I don't, dude, I mean, it's unbelievable that people think that they're not going to get in any kind of trouble. And it doesn't happen overnight. It may not happen a week from now. It may not happen a month from now. It could happen. This is the point.
Listen.
It's just building and building and building and building. So when it finally does hit, there is a mountain of evidence against Gimmicks Calls the Cops, Eyes Wide Open, Fake Blue Collar,
Listen,
Dubb,
they could
and
track
anybody else that interacts with these people. This is just a mountain of evidence showing that you interact with these people, in one way or the other,
Blue,
whoever
they could
made
track
that, and
these
I'm
guys.
waiting for the 911 audio. By the way,
They could track these guys' IP addresses, bro. When I talked to the sheriff, I'm not gonna say when, but I spoke to some people, and I said, you know, do you guys deal with this kind of stuff? And he's like, actually, we don't. But I'm like, so how are these people held liable? And he says,
There you go.